Yo, 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 yo.
Jess is running a little late. She'll be here in a second. Charlamagne the guy.
Peace to the planet. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is?
Hump day.
Good morning. How y'all feel out there? I feel blessed, black, and highly favored. Happy to be here another day to serve our beautiful listeners. What's happening?
That's right.
Man, listen, man. You know, yesterday we announced the third annual Black Effect Podcast Festival, which is happening April 26th, Saturday, April 26th at Pullman Yards in Atlanta, Georgia. And tickets will go on sale today at noon.
Okay. Today at noon.
Today at noon, man. If you've been to the first two Black Effect Podcast Festivals, then you know how it goes down. We got Mandy and Weezy hosting. We have Carrie Champion with the Naked Sports Podcast. Good Moms, Bad Choices will be there. R&B Money with Tank and Jay Valentine.
Okay.
And the Woman Evolved Podcast with Sarah Jakes Roberts.
Okay.
Yes, so those tickets go on sale today at noon.
What's up, Jess?
Hey, nothing. What's up?
Good morning, Jess Hilarious.
But definitely go get those tickets today at noon.
Today at noon, man. Today at noon. Salute to the Trap Nerds Podcast. They'll be there, too.
Okay.
Yeah, what's happening? How y'all feel, man?
Good. How you feeling, Jess?
I feel good. I'm here. What's up?
Charlamagne, did you see Uranus yesterday?
Man, shut up.
What is that?
I ain't got time for this.
Yeah.
First of all, you too
Is
old
something
for
gay or is it like a
No.
planet situation going on?
Yesterday that in New York City and New Jersey, for the first time in a long time, you could actually see Uranus from the naked
y'all
eye.
DJs in New York been seeing anuses in New York for a long time. That's how y'all got on.
Uranus with the naked eye. Like
Why
this
y'all
is,
ain't never
this
did a
is real.
YouTube video about that?
Double entendre.
About how a lot of those
Double
DJs in New York
Yesterday,
got on from seeing anuses.
7 planets you can see from the naked eye, and you know Uranus was one of them. I just wanted to know if you've seen it.
But you picked that one specifically.
Exactly. Like we all knew about the all of the planets aligning, but you picked that one planet.
And then why the eye gotta be naked?
Trying to be funny when the reality
I'm not. It
is.
said.
I
I'm
ain't
reading what
trying
it
to be
says.
gay.
All
Let me
can be
see.
seen by the naked eye.
Yeah, you seen a lot. You seen a lot
All
of
the
naked.
anuses can be seen by the naked.
I'm just asking. So you didn't see Uranus?
No, we wasn't.
You ain't
No.
gonna never beat the allegations, man.
What allegation?
That you're gay.
If I'm gay, you're gay.
That's why you got all them cars. Tell them what you did for those cars, MB.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
If I'm gay, you're gay.
A
We
lot
gay
of people
together.
Using your naked eye to look
If
at
I'm
anuses.
gay,
Y'all is crazy.
You're gay.
A gay defendant
We
and a gay plaintiff. Y'all so crazy.
together.
This is gay court, dude.
Stupid.
All right. Well, we got some special guests joining us this morning. We have Ak and Barack.
Yes, Ak and Barack, man. Those are my guys. They're ring commentators on The Zone. They got a new show on Ring Champs that comes out on the All the Smoke Network. It airs every Wednesday on All the Smoke Fight YouTube channel. Salute to All the Smoke, Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. Because, you know, there's a big fight this weekend.
That's right.
Lamont Roach Jr. versus Gervonta Tank Davis for the WBA lightweight title. That's this Saturday at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn.
It's gonna be a healthy DMV fight.
That's right.
One from DC, the other from Baltimore.
I don't know why I'm just realizing Lamont Roach from D.C.
I mean, you can hear it. As soon as he start talking, you can hear it.
Well, he'll be joining us this
Their
morning.
accent is way uglier than ours.
I wonder why they didn't have it closer to like the DMV area.
Where would they have it at, though?
Yeah, I don't know where they would have it at. Like, we don't really have a venue for like a fight like that.
We can do it indoors. You can do it where whatchamacallit plays, the Wizards play.
Oh yeah, I don't know why it was like that, but wouldn't that be favorite? Don't that like mess up the?
His DMV is so close, and like
Yeah.
that's such a big thing for the DMV. I just figured they'd have it.
Tank fought in Baltimore before. I forgot where, though.
I ain't see that one.
Yeah, this was a few years ago. He fought in Baltimore before. I forgot where at, though.
Okay. Well, they'll be joining us a little bit. And we got front page news up next. We got a. Is that
Oh, my
Badu's
God. Dropping
birthday?
the clues bombs for the Queen, Erykah Badu. One of my favorite people on this planet, sending Erykah Badu positive energy, love, and light. Happy born day to the Queen. What we got from Erykah, man?
What you want to hear?
I mean, I always want to hear the healer, but what we got? I know we don't got the healer in there.
The hits that she made singles.
Let's go with Love of My Life, then.
You got Love of My Life? All right,
You know
we
what
can
I'm
do
saying? Because Erykah Badu is the love of our lives.
All right.
All right.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Front page news is next. All right. Well, let's get in some front page news. Good morning, Morgan.
Good morning, DJ Envy, Charlamagne the God, and Jess Hilarious. How y'all doing on this? You say, hey, girl. How y'all doing?
Good.
Good. All right, so let's get into it, y'all. President
Don't get mad at
Trump.
me because you came in here asking, and so you spending all morning lotioning up. Just been lotioning for the last 5 minutes. I'm sorry, Morgan.
You have been lotioning for like 5 minutes.
Shut up, yo.
She lotioning them big ass feet and gonna look at me like I'm.
My feet ain't big. I wear size 8 and women. Don't play with me. Anyway,
Oh,
go
Lord,
ahead.
what happened? Okay, what happened? Okay, Let's get into it. So Trump's first cabinet meeting takes place today, and he will have a special guest to attend, Elon Musk. During the press briefing yesterday, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt reiterated that Musk is serving as a special government employee while running the Department of Government Efficiency. And during the cabinet meeting, he will provide an update on how all the cabinet secretaries are identifying waste and government fraud and abuse. Let's hear more from Press Secretary Leavitt on Elon Musk in the cabinet meeting.
And Elon, considering he is working alongside the president and our cabinet secretaries, will be in attendance tomorrow just to talk about Doge's efforts.
So
is this normal, Morgan? Elon Musk is not in the cabinet. Are we just accepting oligarchy in America?
To be honest, Charlamagne, like that seems to be the case as of right now. Not so much that it's so much acceptance, but it's a matter of how do we manage this,
right?
Yeah. So there has been some confusion about who is actually running Doge. As we previously mentioned,
there's some confusion about who's running America.
Musk is a special government employee, but the White House did reveal yesterday that Amy Gleason is the acting administrator of Doge, and ironically enough, she has been on vacation. So I wonder what she did last week.
They just started back. How's she been on vacation already?
So I'm just look, y'all don't shoot the messenger. But
last week they said somebody else was running Doge. It was another name they gave. I can't remember the name though. It was a guy.
I'm not privy to that, but Amy Gleason is the name that has come out about the acting administrator that is running Doge. So this comes as 21 civil servants originally working for Doge have now decided to quit. In a letter to the White House Chief of Staff, the worker said, "We will not use our skills as technologists to compromise core government systems, jeopardize Americans' sensitive data, or dismantle critical public services." The group of the resigning workers said Doge's actions contradict their stated mission. So the White House, again, is not saying what will happen once Elon Musk reaches his limit for days worked as a special government employee. You know, as a special government employee, you can only work 130 days. So he's officially like 36 days in on this administration. And so when they asked about the limit on Tuesday, White House Press Secretary Leavitt, she said in her own words that we're only about 35 days in, and to ask her again in about 100 days or so. Let's actually run that audio on Leavitt, her comments on Doge.
So the president tasked Elon Musk to oversee the Doge effort. There are career officials and there are political appointees who are helping run Doge on a day-to-day basis. There are also individuals who have onboarded as political appointees at every agency across the board to work alongside President Trump's cabinet to find and identify waste, fraud, and abuse. And they are working on that effort every day.
Yeah, so Doge, Elon Musk essentially is overseeing things right now with Amy Gleason acting as the administrator who's been on vacation and supposedly going to check in soon. And that
do they have a picture of this woman, or is she AI?
No, there is a picture.
She might be AI.
Oh, okay. Still could be AI even with a picture nowadays.
And then you, of course, have your 21 servants who have been working for Doge deciding to resign and also protest as
they
a
call
result.
them servants?
Civil servants.
Oh, civil servant. Okay, I'm about to what?
But that pretty much wraps up 6 a.m.
Jesus
correct?
Christ.
I was gonna say we gotta. So you know.
I don't know what's happening, man, but I don't see any of this ending well. Too many egos, too many cooks in the kitchen, too many people got their hands on the brick, man. Something ain't right.
I do have a question I guess we could talk about next hour. Now, is President Trump making President Zelensky pay some of this money back? I heard that yesterday on the news that I guess through minerals and things like that. Is that true?
Yes, so the two countries are going to sign off on a minerals deal that is, Trump asked for $500 billion in rare minerals, while Zelensky is, I know Zelensky is like, nah, you're going to get $100 billion because that's essentially what the U.S. provided Ukraine with in aid. So they'll sign that deal on Friday, and I'll get more into that a little later.
All right, I just want to know if Joe Biden asked for money back, or is it just Trump that said, yo, we need this money back? I'm just curious. We'll get into it next hour, I'm sure. Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. Call us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Wake it up. This is your time to get it off your chest. Keep calling. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Tamika, good morning, Tamika.
Hey, what's good, DJ Envy?
I'm good. How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm at work. This is my lunch break.
Okay.
I was like, let me call up.
What time is it where you at? What time is it where you at?
I'm in Cali. It's 3:13.
And it's lunchtime for you?
She work overnight, bro.
Yeah, I work overnight. The best shift. Third shift.
If you having lunch at 3 in the morning, you a big back. But never mind.
Hell no, nigga, I ain't no big bag.
Right.
and she called because she wanted to talk to you. Go ahead. Tell them what you want to talk
Yeah,
about.
Charlamagne. Okay, yeah, Charla.
Mm-hmm.
Why you always coming for the studs, bruh?
I love studs.
We love you too, but you be giving out the wrong information
Like
and all
what?
that.
Like what? I mean,
I got to get through because he don't know no real studs.
Like, tell me what wrong information I be giving out. All I don't really give out no information other than what speed for your vibrator.
First of all, you up here talking about when we put on the strap and the girl be in the strap, and that's mental illness. No, it's not. That's not.
You said that's mental illness?
That's what Charlotte said.
Did you hear what she said? She just said that the girl her scrap is the girl her pee-pee.
I bought it, so it's mine.
It's
hers.
But listen, it's not mental illness unless you start moaning. If you start moaning, then you just retarded.
Oh
no, I mean it look good, so I can't moan from the visual.
When she's in the scrap on and you moaning. Let's think about that for a second now.
But it look good, Charlotte. It look good.
Oh, you mean like...
Don't it look good?
Yeah, but y'all be moaning like it feel good.
Nah, well, they getting off because they looking at it.
I'm definitely getting off.
Okay.
Man, that's what
Tamika, I think there's only one thing to do. You come up here with your strap on.
Would you shut up and let Tamika talk? That's your problem. You always jumping in women's business.
All I'm saying is, shout out to all the studs. Much respect to young MA, but she ain't the stud of all studs. We gotta stop saying that.
Who is
okay?
Other representatives.
Yeah, who's the king of studs?
Queen of studs.
Not king.
It's Queen.
Queen Latifah. What the f*** are we talking about?
Okay.
Y'all gotta stop playing. We know Queen Latifah gay. Stop it. Queen Latifah.
No, but she ain't no stud.
Salute to the legend Queen Latifah. She ain't no
stud, yo. She don't identify as one. She's probably male presenting. Don't y'all
No. She a femme. No. She's a femme.
Yeah,
she's a femme.
Yeah, so why you call her a stud?
Y'all confusing me.
All right, I'll take that back.
See, y'all let that set it off wrong mess y'all up for life. That one set.
No. I love Queen Latifah. I hit that, so I'm not gonna look at her like that.
Don't disrespect the queen like that.
We've seen her be feminine. I mean, we've seen her be studded out. So that's
we did.
Okay,
can I ask you a question?
Y'all.
Can I ask you one more question?
I love y'all. I gotta go back to work. I'm not about to get fired for y'all.
Okay.
But I love y'all. I'm so happy I got through. Jess, you my nigga, Jess. I'm so proud of you, girl. I watched you on Instagram. I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of you, Charlotte. DJ Envy, get that money. Let's go. What up, big Jerry?
I know her vibrator waterproof. Completely waterproof.
Period.
Oh, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. And good morning to all the studs. It's the Breakfast Club.
Salute to the studs.
The Breakfast Club.
Ray.
Yo, Charlamagne, Envy, what up? Are we live?
This is your time to get it off your chest.
I got an indoor pool, an outdoor pool.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
We can get on the phone right now. He'll tell you what it is.
We live? Hello, who's this?
Hey, let's get paid.
What's up, get paid?
What's going on, Charlamagne? What's good? Yo.
Peace, King.
Hey, Jess, what's up? Where you at?
What's up, baby?
Hey, Lauren here?
Nah, she in the back.
She in the back.
She in the back. Okay, I'll be back there. Hey, Envy, man.
What's up?
It's pronounced Uranus, not Uranus.
Nah, it is Uranus.
Nah, you trying to make it sound less gay. It's Uranus.
It's Uranus,
it's Ben
man.
Uranus. That's it.
Nah, it's his anus.
Ben Uranus?
No,
it's Uranus,
that's
man.
what it's been. It ain't no Uranus. Like, nah, we ain't changing it up.
Nah, he just saying it wrong. He just want to be gay.
Right.
Well, did you see Uranus yesterday?
Nah, I'm in Florida. I ain't see nothing.
All right, look up. You might see Uranus later.
He said here in Florida, he don't see nothing.
I get paid.
As if ain't nothing to see in Florida.
Hello, who's this?
This little light of mine.
Hey.
I'm gonna let it shine.
Hey.
What's up, Sean Stone? Sean, you in New York? Did you see Uranus yesterday, man?
There's no Uranus. There's no butt over here, Envy. I see where you're trying to go with this.
Why y'all think I'm playing? It's really a thing.
Because it's you.
It's not me.
It's you.
Exactly.
It's the messenger.
But Jess, good morning, Jess.
Good morning.
Good morning, Charlamagne. Good morning, DJ Envy.
Morning.
Hey, Jess.
What's
you were
that?
just recently in Tampa, and man, I wish you had put up this show early so I could come out and see you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You know, I live in Tampa, Jess. I live in Tampa, Florida.
I did not know that, Sean.
Yeah, I moved from Jersey like 9 months ago, so now I live down here.
Okay.
I thought you were here. Okay.
Next time you come into Tampa?
Next year now, I do Tampa once a year, maybe every other year. But you know what? You close to Orlando, right? Because I do Orlando in a few months.
Okay, I'm gonna come see you in Orlando.
All right.
What's up, brother?
Before I go, I just wanna shout out my lady. Today is her birthday. You know what I mean? I just want to say, Delacey, I hope you have a great day today on your birthday, and I wish you many more blessings and health.
That's what it is.
But last week, I heard Trav call in and say he wants to fight me.
Speaking of grace,
he did not say he want to fight you. Cut it out.
Jess and Envy and Charlamagne. I have no problem against gay people. I don't care if you gay. If you want to take 100 in your booty, that's on you. That's not me. I don't care if you gay. So Trav, stop trying to put this narrative out there that Sean Stone hate gay people because he's Jamaican. It's 2025. Nobody cares if you're gay or straight anymore.
That's right. Tell him, Trav. Tell him, Sean.
Shut up, Charlamagne.
Y'all need to give each other a hug. Cut it out. Turn the Drake record on and give each other a hug,
look up
man.
in the sky. Look at your
I would
ratings.
never
Give
hug
each other a hug.
I would never hug Trav because he's the one that have a problem with me, Jess.
But that's why
7
we
years
say
ago, he called and said he hate me.
That's why we say it's peace.
But then he tried to slide in my DM, trying to holler at me. So that's why I put him in his place, Jess.
Sean, I'm gonna be honest with you. The more you talk, the more gay you sound.
No, you don't sound gay.
Why are you trying to convince us that I'm not attracted to Trav?
Charlamagne.
Like, why are you trying to convince us so much?
Sean, we love you, Sean.
No, Charlamagne. That means I'm comfortable in my skin, and I know who I am.
If you was comfortable in your skin, you wouldn't even acknowledge it.
Charlamagne, you talk much.
We love you, Sean. Goodbye.
That sound real Jamaican on you, man.
Hello, who's this?
Y'all can hear me?
What's your name?
Oh, I'm Gia. I'm calling because, first of all, I want to say, Envy, you were supposed to answer the phone for me on Friday so I could relay this message to Jess.
What's up, man?
I'm sorry, I know that you was calling on Friday. I don't know you, but I just pick up random numbers.
Your boy in the background said he left a message, and you say you ain't taking no calls for Jess because she wasn't there.
Damn.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's all
but
good.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Jess.
I ain't never heard that.
I didn't answer the phone.
What's up, babe?
That what you be telling people? You're not answering the phone just because
I didn't answer the phone. I don't answer the phone. So it's not, it's not me.
I was supposed to do your massage for you on Sunday.
In Tampa.
Girl, you had done, got full, ate all that food from Tim and forgot about me.
I didn't forget about you. Actually, I did. I ain't gonna lie. I did forget, but I really, really needed a massage. I need a massage now. I'm so sorry, baby.
I was gonna show out.
I bet.
You was gonna walking out on clouds.
I'm so sorry.
You give me a stud touch.
I know, but I want to say you did so great at the show at the Hard Rock. That was my first show ever going to the Hard Rock, and it was a good show. I loved it. You was so funny, girl. Had me crying.
I appreciate that. So did that make up for you missing the massage?
No, but
she want to touch you.
I'm sorry, and I wanted to be touched.
because I wanted to show out. I wanted to represent for Tampa, but it's okay. You did great. And
you already know I am coming back. I will be back.
Next
year.
year.
My last time. So.
And I'll answer the phone next year for you.
Nah, and just don't be lying. Nah, she did reach out. It was like 7:30 in the morning. I was still asleep, but
going right. Yeah. See, so you missed the blessing. You was sleeping on it.
No, but when I woke up at 10 o'clock, I hit you back, girl. I got ready and everything, just sitting there waiting.
I'm sorry, I got you. Next time, I promise. I got you.
Yes, it's okay, y'all. I love y'all, and I want to say, Taylor, congratulations on your pregnancy. Even though Charlotte keep talking about it ain't real.
No, I believe it now. I didn't believe it before. I believe it now.
Yeah, all right. Having a son.
Get it off your chest.
I had a massage yesterday too, by the way.
What was his name?
Don't nobody give a damn.
No, it was. I'm just letting you know because I got one yesterday and it was so good.
That's what's up.
I felt so good. She said she and you know what? When she touched me, she said, "You drive a lot, don't you?" I said, "Yeah, I mean driving to work every day." And she was like, "Do you sit down at work?" And you don't know if a person know who you are or not. So I'm like, "Of course I sit down at work." And she was like, "I can tell." But boy, she was rubbing them kinks out yesterday. It felt so good.
You drive, don't you? No,
what was
don't.
His name?
He drive 20 minutes here.
He was like, "Do you know how to drive a stick?"
Why you so gay this morning?
You drive.
You must have got last night, Envy. Envy must have got knocked up. He must have got hit up last night.
We got Jess with the Mess.
You had a little taste last night.
Speaking of, Diddy might be getting out of some of these New York the New York civil cases show. Lawsuits coming up.
All right, we'll get to that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to Jess with the Mess.
News is real, whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, Jess don't do no lies,
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mack.
On the Breakfast Club.
She's a culture shifter.
She was able to get y'all to see something and understand something that nobody could get you to see.
It's time to set it off.
I keep telling y'all that this ain't Jess with the Mess. Now, go ahead, Lauren. What we got going on with Diddy?
Okay, so
talking to the microphone.
I'm here. Mm-hmm. I just moved up. Okay, so we've been talking, and remember I told you guys that I broke the story about attorney Anthony Busby, who is the attorney that filed all those civil lawsuits against Puff. So the last time we talked about this, we talked about a letter that came from a grievances committee, kind of ethics committee, that said that he was denied the ability to practice within the Southern District of New York. That confused a lot of people because he then posted saying that he is able to practice within New York State. New York State Court and New York and the Southern District of New York are two different jurisdictions. Federal and state are different. Now, Diddy's team, I got an alert this morning at around a little after midnight. They submitted a letter to the court. It's called a memorandum of law. And they're opposing Busby's submission to operate as Pro Hac Vice. So I was saying Pro Hac Vice earlier, but shout out to my new lawyer community that I have. It's Pro Hac Vice, which is where I told you guys, like, he'll come in with a local attorney because he's not able to work in that jurisdiction, but the local attorney can.
Right.
So he had to go back and ask for permission to do that on all Puff's civil cases in the Southern District of New York after this denial happened, right? So Puff's team, they're allowed to write and say, hey, this is how we feel about it, because this is the person in question that is being in conversation, as in Diddy. And they're saying no. They're saying we oppose his request to operate as Pro Hac Vice or operate with a local attorney. We don't do this lightly either. They say, look, we never do this. We never do not allow an attorney the right to litigate. Like, by law, we think all attorneys should, but this is wrong. This is wrong because there's been misconduct. He's going against his attorney privilege as far as like there's rules that you're supposed to follow and he didn't do it.
Yeah, I feel like he should have just did that from the beginning.
I don't.
Like, you got to measure twice to cut once. I feel like he didn't do that.
I am so waiting to see what Attorney Busby is going to specifically say in response to this, outside of just I can operate in New York State. Because when I say that this doesn't make any sense of how this was a misstep,
you know why? Because I think a lot of those lawyers aren't looking at the legality of the situation. Those lawyers are just looking for the smear campaign. So those lawyers are telling these people, hey, if you don't do X, Y, and Z, meaning pay us, then we're going to go to the press, we're going to file a lawsuit. And so they just do it in hopes that eventually these guys will just settle and then he'll just drop it and nobody will ever, it'll never get to this point.
He was looking for the settlement. He didn't necessarily want to go to trial.
This is insane.
So in my opinion, pretty much escape. Well, he may be able to escape.
Yeah, I mean, as an attorney, your job is to find a loophole, and I honestly think that Puff's team has found it. Whatever Attorney Busby is going to throw back as like, hey, no, that's not true, or hey, I did this, or whatever, wouldn't be the saving grace. But the fact that he's actually filing for this Pro Hac Vice, which is like, yo, can I work with a local attorney? It shows you that like he knows that he might be in trouble on these civil suits, and they specifically point out. He's been active in across 22 filings without permission to practice in the Southern District of New York. And in that letter from the Grievances Committee, you guys remember when I mentioned it, they said, you've already been acting as if you have admission or permission to operate within this jurisdiction. This only came to our attention January 29th because of the amended filing that had Jay-Z's name attached to it, because that team has said, yo, he's not doing this right. Like, admissions haven't been submitted.
All these people care about is money and the pressure they can put on a person to make that person break to pay the goddamn money.
That's it.
That's all it is.
Because they'll put you through hell. They'll send all types of letters to you to get you to do all types of things. But let me ask you a question. Can those people that were using Busby go to another attorney that's in this jurisdiction and do the same thing?
So I thought about that as well too, and I think at this point, even if they try to move it, other jurisdictions, other attorneys, working with those local attorneys, removing Busby from it, I think it just has a bad taste to it now, because even though like people will look at this as like a technicality, right? Like, and technicalities can be very small, but in a court of law, if there's rules and you don't go by them, it's just not a good thing. You're an attorney. We're supposed to be able to trust that you're going to do by the book everything, because you're talking about throwing accusations on a person that are very serious. So it's just, they can't. I believe that they can.
Because if I'm hiring an attorney, I would think that the attorney knows what he's doing. I'm hiring you for your expertise, and if you don't and you're messing up, I can go to another attorney that maybe has a better expertise or better knowledge of Definitely the
I'll tell you what,
jurisdiction.
though, I don't know what the what is for in regards to legal, but boy, they've created some good stories though.
Yes,
I mean,
they
these
did.
have been better than Zane's Sex Chronicles, haven't they?
They have not been good stories. They have the same damn stories.
No, they've created some good stories out of this.
Not just
There's been some good stories.
Well,
that come out
homeboy
of
said
this
he was in the
situation.
shower.
Come on
and
now.
these are all alleged.
Like,
Come on now.
It's a lot. Come on. No. And then they
Come on now.
all got the same story, same ending. Oh my God.
You like my jewelry? Come on now. Remember that one?
I like your
Remember that
no.
one?
He didn't say that. No, he said he complimented it first. I like your necklace. He said, "Oh, I got something else for you to like." Like, come on.
You ever gave fellatio?
I am gonna reach out.
Well, you should try. Like, come on, this is crazy.
But all this does is, like you said, it smears what Puff is doing regardless. So if Puff's attorney has an opportunity to sue Busby, I think they should do the same thing Hov is doing and sue.
We'll see what happens. We're going to see how it plays out. I will reach out to Attorney Busby, as I always do on both sides, and just see what his response to this is. But I knew that this was going to happen. Like I said months ago, with Jay-Z doing what he did with that case, even though he's not fighting for Diddy, he's fighting for himself. It was going to open up a whole new can of worms on the Diddy side.
But also let the record show, because the internet is stupid. This is the civil case you're talking about.
Yes,
This ain't got
civil.
nothing to do with Diddy
Civil.
criminal case.
Attorney Busby's case is civil, but they did start filing stuff on the criminal side too. I think they're going to try and use it on both sides. So again, we'll keep you guys updated. I'm going to reach out to Attorney Busby. We'll see what he says, if he says anything, because he's given me no comment a couple times on these things. So.
Well, thank you, Lauren.
You're welcome, Jess.
Next hour, you got what? Dirt.
Yeah, Dirt got some
a lot of
legal
little
things
updates
happening as well.
So
too.
more litigiousness with Lauren.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, when we come back, we got front page news, and then Akim Barak and Lamont Roach Jr. will be joining us. He's fighting Tank this weekend at the Barclays, and we'll talk to them in a little bit.
Gervonta Davis.
Yes, Gervonta Davis.
Okay, have you thinking he fighting an R&B singer?
A lot of
know him
people
as
be
Tank.
thinking that.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that. I'm like, yo, how long Tank been boxing for y'all to not know that is not? Please don't. What's the name? Please don't go Tank. It ain't R&B money Tank.
Did you hear that, Virgil? I hit that.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. Stop it. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get back in some front page news. What's up, Morgan?
So more on the administration. Trump is announcing a new pathway to citizenship, very untraditional, but this is for wealthy investors. He announced that the U.S. will sell what's called a gold card, and he spoke more about how the impact will affect those willing to invest. Now, speaking in the Oval Office, Trump said the gold card will be similar to the green card, but at a higher level of sophistication. He said wealthy people will be coming into our country and buying the card. He also said that those who get the gold card will be spending a lot of money, paying a lot of taxes, and employing a lot of people. Let's hear those comments from Trump.
We're going to be putting a price on that card of about $5 million, and that's going to give you green card privileges plus. It's going to be a route to citizenship. They'll be wealthy, and they'll be successful, and they'll be spending a lot of money and paying a lot of taxes and employing a lot of people. And we think it's going to be extremely successful.
What's the criteria? Can you just pay? Is there a background check? You know, like
$5 million.
Yeah, but is there a background check? Like anybody can do it? What if you got a criminal background from another country, but you got some money? Like, does it matter? You can just pay your way into America? We are post-America now, people. I want y'all to know that. Okay, we are post-Constitution. Nothing matters anymore. What is the rule of law? Trump makes me wonder, did any of these things ever really exist, or did all it take was for someone to come in and say, F all that, I don't care, this is how we doing things?
That's what it seems like. Because nobody's ever done this like this. He just does what he wants to do, how he wants to do it.
And we think and people think it's normal. like they're like, well, it must be normal because the president of the United States of America doing it, and nobody's reacting like it's not normal. So, hey, here it is, $5 million gold cards now.
But does this start a precedent with every president after this now? You know what I mean? Does every president after this start the same stuff? Like, all right, well, I'm just going to do this. Forget what the people think.
I have no idea. I don't even know if we're going to have another president after this. But I will say this. What happened to when people used to have to marry for a green card? Remember that?
Yeah, they threw that out the window a long time ago.
I mean, you used to have to marry somebody for a green card?
That was thrown out the window a long time ago.
Now all you need is $5 million and you can get a gold card. Rapid.
Well, I'm sure there's people with just $5 million laying around to buy citizenship in America.
Pretty much, you know. The fact that you can buy. Anyways, I'm gonna move on. The Trump administration, they say they want to shake things up at the White House in the press pool. This impacts journalists, podcasters, people who are people who want to cover the president. So White House spokesperson Caroline Leavitt said the administration will now welcome new voices as well as traditional legacy media outlets. She adds that this is a push to expand access to the press briefing room, and it means that the White House, not the White House Correspondents Association, will determine who gets access going forward. Let's hear more from Caroline Levitt on press access at the White House.
The White House press team in this administration will determine who gets to enjoy the very privileged and limited access in spaces such as Air Force One and the Oval Office. There are, as you know, look at this room, hundreds of journalists who show up to this building every single day and are not granted that luxury of flying on Air Force One and asking the President of the United States questions. And so we want to ensure, again, everyone has a seat at that highly coveted table. But alas, the legacy media outlets who have been doing this for quite some time and have invested resources into covering the White House, their spots will remain.
What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I'm not quite sure what they're saying. Are they just saying that they're going to give like podcasters and like a non-traditional media outlets access to things like Air Force One and stuff like that? If that's the case, I don't have a problem with it.
That sounds good.
Yes, but it also means that some of your legacy media, while they still may be in the building, they may not be selected for certain things like Air Force One or like again, she's going to have the rotating schedule for the 5 top legacy medias that are in the building, which is Fox, CNN, NBC, ABC, and CBS.
Well, whose fault is that, though? Because, I mean, if you have a podcaster or a YouTuber or a streamer who has a bigger audience, who might be more relevant to the now, wouldn't you rather have them?
I mean, what if they don't know what they're talking about?
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Gotta be educated.
And you have to have this. So, for example, even here in this space, a lot of people get on me like, "Hey, you're supposed to import your opinion about things." It's like, but no, I'm actually just news reporter. I'm here to report the news. I'm not commentary. So podcasters may provide commentary. You know what I'm saying? So this can create.
But that's better to me.
Yeah, but.
It's better, but it's still. I'm interject. I feel like we still need a you, like, you know what I'm saying? Because what are we commentating about if we don't know what we talking about? Then it's a bunch of misinformation going around, and people just sound stupid.
Right, and if you're a fan of the president, you know what I'm saying, that takes away some of the checks and balances of it. You get what I'm saying? So, and it's not a problem. I think that podcasters and bloggers and things of that nature should have access to the White House. The thing is that there should be a checks and balances for journalists who are just there to report on facts. And unfortunately, those who are reporting on the facts are being removed from certain spaces in that building. Or
I mean, you're right, but I mean, when if facts mattered in the Trump era? What have these facts done in the Trump era? Like, think about it. Trump has been campaigning since he was president from 2016, campaigned in 2020, became president in 2024. None of these facts have mattered. I guess my point is this: these so-called legacy media outlets have not really challenged the president. They've had all of this access in the press. Remember yesterday I was in here saying, why aren't people asking Donald Trump this particular question? Like, they haven't really challenged the president in a lot of these cases.
Then those media and those journalists need to change, but we need to keep pressing facts. We just can't have somebody
I ask you another simple question. When the last time you seen a legacy media outlet really challenge President Trump on something?
I mean, they ask questions every day. They ask questions not for Trump, but they ask questions for the American people. So it has nothing to do with whether the president likes it or he does or he doesn't.
But I'm saying,
it has everything to do with the American people getting a vast set of information and then them deciding what they want to do with said information. You get it from one side.
If you ask the president a question and he tells you a blatant lie, where's the pushback? Where's the challenge?
I was going to say, there are challenges.
I asked. I ain't get no answer. I asked who has done it. I ain't get no answer.
I know that April Ryan has pushed back in terms of questions. I know
Ryan,
even Peter Dorsey sometimes at Fox, he has asked some questionable things, which is kind of crazy. Because
nobody at Fox is really challenging President Trump more. Come on now.
So is it all about somebody challenging him, or is it just like
if he's spewing lies?
If he's lying, absolutely.
Seemingly, it boils down to those who are challenging him. Again, the White House Correspondents Association is in place so that everybody who has been vetted as a media person, as a journalist, can have that access. But at the same time, that keeps the checks and balances in place so that everyone can have an access. It's not selective, which is essentially what is about to happen. So if I don't have all the information, y'all know why. I'm just going to say that. But that's your front page news. I'm Morgan Wood. Follow me on social at Morgan Media for more news coverage, and I will continue to do my best, y'all, at Black Information Network. Download the free iHeartRadio app and visit us at BINnews.com.
Thank you, Morgan.
Peace, Morgan.
All right. Now, when we come back, Ak and Barack will be joining us, and also Lamont Roach Jr. He's fighting Tank this weekend, and we're going to talk to him when we come back, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got some special guests in the building.
Our guys.
We have Ak and Barack here this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
We also have Lamont Roach Jr., who is fighting Tank this week, and he'll be joining us in a second. But we want
Jess is rooting for Lamont Roach.
Really? I am not. You don't say that. We know who I'm obviously rooting for, Javante Davis, but you know.
But we want to speak to you guys, you brothers, first, because you got some big news. You got a new show coming out.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes,
so let's break down the show, what the show's going to be talking about, and everything.
It premiered a couple weeks ago with our first guest being Jake Paul,
Nice.
which it was an in-depth conversation. You know, obviously, either you love him, you hate him in the sport. You know, I know Charlotte feels a certain way about him in the sport, but he's very impactful, and that was a great combo. But it's going to be a weekly show on All the Smoke. I know you guys are familiar with,
of course,
Mack, those are your guys.
Absolutely.
And this is a division from All the Smoke fight. So it's called Ring Champs with Ak and Barack. It's been a long time coming. You know, people know us for being on DAZN and hosting the DAZN boxing show, but we partnered up with All the Smoke, and we have ownership of the IP. And we're excited. It's been a long time coming, so it's a great home.
Congratulations.
Perfect fit for us.
Congrats.
I respect what Jake Paul has done in the sport. I just want him to start fighting real boxers.
I mean, he already fought a couple of real boxers.
Tyson Fury's brothers.
Even before that, though, see, he fought two guys that nobody even heard of. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. When you fight those guys, nobody's looking for that. So if you come from the YouTube world, you already making $20, $30 million a year. You ain't gonna fight Joe Schmo because you ain't making no money. So he has to look for these guys in between fighting real fighters. He has to look for guys that's gonna make him another $20 million.
It wasn't a Canelo fight on the cards, and then something happened.
According to Jake, the fight was signed. I don't know if there's any truth to that, but there was conversation about it being announced. And then, you know, some of you may know Turki Al-Sheikh, His Excellency from Saudi, has taken over the sport for the most part.
So what is he doing to the sport? Because we keep hearing that.
Hold on, I want to hear about the Canelo-Jake fight first.
So there were rumors that they were going to fight in May, and Canelo was going to fight Bud Terrence Crawford in September. But Turki Al-Sheikh supposedly offered Canelo a 4-fight deal where it was too much money to refuse, right? And Jake had to be out of the equation, so to speak. So that's what Jake put out there. But we do know that Canelo does have a 4-fight with Turki Al-Sheikh, and Bud will be the fight in September.
Yeah, Jake must have planned to retire after the Canelo fight. That must have been his last hurrah in his boxing career. There's no way.
100 million probably. Easy, 100 million. We'd have made a lot of money. Sure.
Now talk about the Sheik that you've been talking about. They say he's been spending a lot of money in boxing, and is he making it back, and why? And is it helping the sport, hurting the sport?
I mean, it's 100% helping the sport.
Absolutely.
I mean, for you fight fan, anybody that's a hardcore fight fan, this past weekend, February 22nd, it was probably the best card in history in terms of championship back-to-back entertaining fights. Right. Maybe not for the casuals, because first off, it started at like 12 in the morning on Saturday.
Yeah.
But yes, he's putting a lot of money into the sport. Is he getting it back right now? I'm not sure, probably not. But he's creating the fights that everybody wants to see. So for a fight fan, I mean, Charlotte's a hardcore fight fan. That's a fighter's fight. I mean, that's what we want because these fighters want to get paid a certain amount. That's why the fights don't happen, because the money's not there. Money's not an issue with it.
That's always been the issue, though, because we said we want to see the best fights. Remember, we was waiting for Terrence Crawford to fight Spence for a couple of years. Because the money wasn't right now. So if somebody come with a whole bag of money, an endless bag of money, then you good for the sport. That's the kind of guy that could get Tank to fight Shakur Stevenson or somebody like that, you know?
And
so
of
course he's good.
Why they ain't paid y'all $1 million just to go over there and
who said they didn't, though?
Who said they didn't? I'm like, the zone doing all of this in Saudi Arabia. I'm like, where my guys at?
Nah, you're right, though. You're right. We need that.
We need talks with Turk because we need to be a part of that. But yeah, another thing that's great for the sport is ring champs, you know? Because All the Smoke, right, what they've assembled is like an all-star team. We got Andre Ward, Roy Jones, Hall of Famers, the big HBO analysts for years. You know, Matt and Stack, you know what they do. Morning Combat, Luke Thomas and Brian Campbell. So, and then us, like bringing that young energy to the sport. And we're going to be at every huge fight covering, you know, with live content and our weekly show, sitting down with the biggest names of the sport. And that's what the sport needs.
You know what I think? It says, even since our days on thisis50.com with 50 Cent, it's like we brought that different culture to boxing. There was nobody mainstream like us, urban, you know what I mean? So it's like, it just made sense for us to transition to All the Smoke that already has that finger on the pulse in that culture, you know what I mean? So we bringing that to boxing.
And also Showtime, you know, Brian Daly was an exec at Showtime for years, and he was a mind behind a lot of the great content that Showtime put out. So it's just a perfect home for us.
I wonder if not having that cable network like a HBO or a Showtime doing boxing, I wonder if that's hurting it because casuals aren't necessarily tuning in. Can you be successful without the casuals?
Yeah, you know what? First of all, nowadays, no, you can't. Absolutely cannot. But think about this. People steal cable nowadays anyway. Most people stealing cable. So in reality, I think DAZN is taking over boxing, you know, the network that we started with. But people don't even know they watching DAZN when you stealing cable. When you watching these pay-per-views, you don't know what channel. It's on your box, it's on your TV, but you don't really know sometimes what network it is because you stealing it, you pirating it. You know what I mean? So to answer your question, no, we can't live without them, but I think it could still thrive.
But that's what's hurting the sport, pirating. Not wanting to pay for the pay-per-view. Like, get a couple friends together and chip in for the pay-per-view. You stealing from the fighters. You stealing from us. It's terrible.
But it's so easy now. You always hear about people in their fire sticks. You always hear about online. You can go to stream, whatever.
Who got the illegal fire stick in here? Raise your hand.
The illegal one?
Yeah. See what I'm saying?
I have.
It's one out of every five.
Absolutely.
25, 20%.
Jess, are you paying for fights?
No. Absolutely.
But she'll watch them. You're going to watch Gervonta Davis.
Watching it. Yes, I'm
fighting
Mexico,
Lamont Roach.
I'm still going to watch it.
Oh, no doubt. That's dope.
So, yes.
That's dope.
No, I mean, he's done amazing things for the sport, Turkey. So we're excited about this year.
Okay, another one. Do we think Tank is ducking Shakur Stevenson?
Me personally, no. I don't think Tank is necessarily scared to fight anybody. He's a true fighter. But Tank has become this person that I guess is influenced from Floyd, where he doesn't have to do anything he doesn't want to do. He doesn't care about, like, pleasing the fans, so to speak. It's about money, his legacy, and I respect that, you know, because when it's all said and done, the fans, they're not going to take care of you, right? So he's worrying about securing the biggest bags. But right now, because Turkey Al-Sheikh is involved in Shakur Stevenson's career, that big bag of money will be offered to Tank to fight Shakur. So I think after, like, this year, there won't be any more excuses on why he's not fighting Shakur because the money will be outrageous.
Beautiful, because the word duck is a loaded word. It implies fear. You know, when we use it in the boxing world, it's like, yo, you scared. So definitely Tank ain't scared of nobody. He puts people to sleep.
That's right.
You know what I mean? But there has to be a reason why. We do know that he's in charge of his career, so if he's not fighting, it's not nobody else's reason.
And that's one of the best matchups in all of boxing. I mean, Shakur looked phenomenal. I don't care what people saying that it took him 9 rounds to knock this guy out of there. They were complaining that Shakur never stops anybody.
That's right.
He stopped somebody. What else do you want from this kid?
Now you got to stop him earlier. Now you got to stop him in the first round.
Yeah, like,
to make me happy.
But that's the best fight in boxing.
Who's the face of boxing now?
If there is a face, man. I mean,
stop fronting. Canelo Alvarez is the face of boxing. Stop it.
Yes, Canelo, but Tank is very popular. One of the faces.
All right, who's the face of basketball right now?
LeBron James.
But there's many faces.
Right. But the face,
but he named one person.
Is LeBron.
But he named one person. That's it. So it's Canelo Alvarez, who is a star everywhere around the world. Tank is very, very popular, but Canelo's the star.
All right, we got more with Ak and Barack when we come back. And Lamont Roach Jr. will be joining us, so don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Ak and Barack is joining us. And also Lamont Roach Jr. here. He's fighting this weekend. Welcome, brother. How you feeling, man?
Appreciate it, man. I feel good, man.
How's your training been so far?
It's been perfect. It's been excellent, honestly.
Grew up in Maryland?
Yeah, I grew up in D.C. and Maryland.
D.C. and Maryland, and you know.
So this is a Baltimore, D.C.
I'm from Washington D.C. Like, that's my hometown. That's where I grew up, and you know, I grew up in Prince George's County, Maryland too. But I'm from D.C.
Oh, you fighting for the whole city then?
Yeah, for sure.
You got to try to beat Tank.
For sure.
Is it like a real Baltimore D.C. thing?
Yeah, it's like, we don't.
100%.
I'm from Baltimore, we from D.C., but their accent is uglier than ours, ain't it?
No way.
Yeah, it is.
It sounds the same.
No, say two. Say two.
Two.
See, it's way different.
But look how they say, I'm going back and all that. Like, they're so different. They country, yo.
Tank said something about it. You ain't from Maryland. Like, why was that?
Because I'm
like
not
a
from
shot?
Maryland. I'm from D.C.
Yeah, D.C. is not in Maryland.
No, I get that, but you said you from D.C. and Maryland, though. And you said you spent time in Maryland?
I lived in both.
Since you grew up in the same amateur time period, were you ever friends?
Yeah, I mean, I've known him since I was like 10, so we always seen each other. Like,
Right.
he always made it to the Nationals, I always made it to the Nationals, so we was always, like, in those tournaments, we'd see each other all the time.
Have you ever fought before?
We fought twice.
Who won?
And we sparred a lot.
Who won when y'all sparred? When y'all fought?
When we fought, he won both times. The first time we fought in Baltimore, that was BS, and he shouldn't have won that. But
How old were you? First time
we was
you fought
15.
him? 15.
15.
What kind of win was it?
It was a split decision win
Okay.
in Baltimore, 3-2. But it's like some BS happened. My dad sent the tape to USA Boxing, and they was like, "Nah, that shouldn't have happened."
So you felt like you won that fight?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, USA Boxing sent me an at-large bid to the Nationals. So it's like we fought in the regionals. I mean, he was the regional champ, but when they seen the video, they was like, "All right, we'll send you an at-large bid," and they put us on two sides of the bracket. He made it to the championship. I made it to the championship, and he won a close fight in the championship, 1-2 in the nation, though.
Since you fought him and sparred him, is he the hardest puncher you shared the ring with?
Nah.
I mean,
that's when
y'all was kids then. Now,
but we was kids.
Yeah, but did you spar, a little older, or sparring was just during that time?
Sparring was like before we even fought. Like the last time we was in the ring together is when we fought.
Okay.
I was 15.
He became the Reaper.
Yeah.
Okay.
But back then, I was considered a bigger puncher than him. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was the amateurs.
What about now? How do you feel like you're a bigger puncher than him now?
I feel like I'm a bigger puncher than Mike Tyson.
That's right.
But,
Alkin Barack, what do you think of this?
No. What's he supposed to say? Like, nah, I don't really punch that.
He asked the question. I ain't mad at him. He asked him confidence. He asked me a question.
There's only one way to figure it out. Just hit Charlamagne one good time.
I'm hitting the floor. I'm hitting my
I do know he don't get the credit he deserves as being a puncher.
Oh, yeah.
But look, obviously, you're the underdog because you got a loss already. You lost to Jamel Herring, who got beat by Shakur. So, how are you a better fighter than that time period?
I'm a 1,000 times better fighter than that time. Like, I took from that fight was, they're not gonna give you nothing. I started a little late on that fight. If I would have started earlier, I probably would have knocked him out like we planned on doing. We never planned on winning on the scorecards in that entire camp. That entire camp. They were stacked against us. Top rank card. He was the champ. It was Veterans Day weekend. They had a story on him and, his tragedies and stuff like that. But just, it was built for the, for the champ.
Serve the country.
Yeah,
how can you not root for that guy? I feel you.
So, So we knew we wasn't going to get nothing on paper, but, I just started a little late.
So what about this fight? Tank is being said, like they was asking who's the face of boxing, and Tank is one of those faces.
He's one of them, yeah.
So are you going in that game? You going in this with the game plan that I got to knock him out in order to get the victory?
Nah, not necessarily, but I'm trying to. I mean, I be trying to knock anybody out. I'm trying to get cracking for real.
So what do you do? Let's say you win the fight come Saturday night. What do you do? Do you stay? Because it's a different weight class. You already a champion at 130. You coming up to 135 fighting a champion there. Do you stay in that weight class or you go back down?
I'm going to do both. I'm gonna try to do both. But I talked to the WBA already, and hopefully.
But you can eat Twinkies now. You good? Like
I am. I ain't gonna lie.
You good? Like,
If he wins, he's fighting Tank again. Obviously, there's a rematch clause in the contract.
Clause. Yeah, no, definitely. So I mean, I have no choice but to stay at 35. But I did ask them to, if I can, let me do my obligations to keep my belt at 30, just in case the business don't line up at 35. Right. People might be busy. All the champs might be busy. They might be fighting somebody. Let's pray they don't. But if they do, I can go unify at 30.
What did you learn from your loss against Jamal Herring that you would take into this fight? Like how did the loss make you a better fighter?
It just made me realize that obviously I wasn't doing everything I needed to do to be a complete champion. You gotta think I just turned 24. I'm looking at myself already as world champ on top of the world, being ready to be this big money guy or whatever the case may be. But it made me buckle down. It humbled me and made me sit down and really do my work and really be a student of the game, adapt everything. And again, that they ain't gonna get nothing to you. You gotta go take it. And that's what I adapted. That's when I changed that's when I made my nickname, the Reaper, officially. And I took on that moniker as I can't take no for an answer no more.
I thought about that too because I saw Gervonta's trainer say that Tank's biggest fear is losing, and I wonder if it's too much pressure to keep up a undefeated record. And where did that mentality come from? Was it Floyd? Like
yes,
100%.
Floyd,
100%.
Okay.
Floyd. Yeah.
Now, when you train, right, is it a part of your process to like study the other fighter? Like you study? Okay, so what would you say is Tank's biggest weakness?
Ooh, we gonna see. We gonna see.
He can't say.
I can't tell you right now because he might see this, but we got a few. And the things that he does well is important too.
Well, you know what you could do? You could tell us offline, and then when you win, we'll say, "Oh yeah, he told us."
He told us that.
So let's make it official.
Well, let's ask Arce and Barack. I mean, what do you think Tank's weakness is, and what do you think Roach's weakness is? You guys analyze boxing.
Well, I'm not going to talk about his weaknesses right in front of him.
Wait till he leaves to talk about his back. This guy.
But listen, I would, as far as Tank, I mean, I would say Charlotte pointed to earlier where he starts late, right? He loses rounds early in the fight because he's relying on that, one-hitter quitter, which Deontay did as well a lot. So I think that Tank has a skill to start earlier. I would say that one of the things that I feel like that he should
tell all the Tank fans now, he better not start late with me. It's going to be a long night. It's going to be a real long night.
I don't really think Tank has weaknesses. I seen him get frustrated back in 2017.
Right.
And that's a weakness, but I haven't seen that.
Fonseca?
I think so. Fonseca. It was, but see that? But since then, I haven't seen that.
But all fighters get frustrated at some point in a fight.
And I could tell you he had weaknesses when I seen him fight Jamel Herring, but I don't see that now. You get what I'm saying? So I seen them both.
So what weaknesses? Because you saying what weaknesses?
They both did the same thing about starting late. Okay. They both did the same thing about starting late, and then he wasn't being first.
So he playing the same too. You don't
I'm telling him I'm not a chump. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't mean. I'm not calling him a chump. I'm just saying that.
Yo, y'all show gonna be so entertaining.
I'm not calling him a chump.
This is amazing.
You wasn't trying to be first when you should have been first. That's all I'm trying to say.
All right, we got more with Arce and Barack and Lamont Roach Jr. When we come back, he's fighting Tank this Saturday at the Barclays. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Arce and Barack are here. Also, Lamont Roach Jr., boxer who is fighting Tank this weekend at the Barclays Center. Now, I'm a casual boxer watcher.
You're becoming more of a fight fan now.
Yeah. But so, I think with this fight, you guys haven't got too disrespectful with each other.
Right.
Usually, I see disrespect out the window as F your mother, your kids, all that. I haven't seen that with this one. Why is that?
He cool.
See, Javante play too damn much though. Like
but see, that's one thing. Like he a troll though.
He troll.
And I troll back. That's the thing. Like and
see, I troll back.
Yeah, I troll back. So I never fought anyone that's obviously of his like stature and as stardom, but we follow each other. Like we see, like, you know what I'm saying? We see each other. I already know he a troll, so I know what to expect. Some people know that I am a troll and I can be funny on the socials for sure, and I'm going to have a comeback for whatever you got. So that's the thing. Like, it's a little different because we fighting each other now. So like, imagine me, I see everything that he do to troll everybody else. And the other thing is they be having like, he definitely be having personal vendettas with other people, or people be having personal vendettas with him. Like they really be having like issues.
I saw him label you. He said that you and Bud would be actual challenges. He said like Haney, I think he said Stevenson.
Oh yeah, I seen that too.
And Davis would be light work, but he actually said you and Bud would be challenges. What you think of that when you heard it?
He telling the truth when it come to me. He telling the truth.
Oh, well, not when it come to Bud. Not when it come to Bud.
Man, yeah, I think he's telling the truth too. I mean, obviously he's big and he's one of the best fighters in the world.
Right.
Specifically when it come to me, yeah, like, and I think people trying to say, oh, he lying to sell a fight or whatever the case may be. Nah, like this is a real fight over here.
So what do you say to Tank fans like Jess, like that don't believe in you, that don't think you gonna win, that think you might get knocked out,
think you got an accent,
you know? So what do you say to those type of fans like Jess? Like, look at Jess right now. And what do you say to Jess?
Because people get behind them keyboards, they get a little disrespectful.
That Jess behind the keyboard?
That is, Roach, I ain't never said nothing about you.
Last week you did say squash that Roach. You said Baltimore gonna squash that Roach. You did say that last week. You said something like that.
She said something about Raid. I don't know.
You did say something about that. See?
But no, this the thing. I said I didn't know you. I didn't know who you was until Tank. You know what I mean? That's all I said. And I said, yeah, he gonna beat you just because that's my man. Like,
that ain't disrespectful.
That's normally how I go though. I mean, a lot of people gonna be like, I don't know who he is, so he gonna get knocked out. He gonna do this. He gonna be sleep. He need to get a pillow. Obviously, I see that my phone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's just like I don't know about boxing.
I don't.
All right, you know,
that ain't true. I've been seeing your breakdowns when the fight be on.
Just a little bit.
Unless you be asking ChatGPT, she be breaking down whole rounds.
All right, so do you ever feel, with this being said, since we on it, like the underdog conversation, like, does that affect you? Does that really piss you off? Because you stepped right up to fight him. I mean, it wasn't like he had to troll you to get him to fight.
Yeah, nah, for sure. But that's what I'm in it for. I'm here to fight the best. I want to be the best. That's what really drives my whole career, for real. Like, I got in this to be the best. So, if he's a pound for pound talent, what they gonna think about me when I win? You know
so if you do beat Tank and then fight a rematch and beat him again, obviously you want to fight the other champs at 135, right? Let's say that scenario happens and Shakur should be on your, one of your targets,
he's on
right?
my radar.
Who do you think is a harder fight, Tank or Shakur, for yourself stylistically?
That's a good question. Shakur, bad boy, man. I mean, I've been in the ring with him more than recently. Shakur, bad boy.
He don't get the credit he deserves. You ask me.
I mean, everybody. I mean, it's just the outside looking in, and then they comparing him to a knockout artist. That's not fair.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's just not fair. I don't know.
Shakur. It seems like you're leaning towards Shakur being the more difficult fight.
Maybe.
Damn. I want to ask you about that, right? When you dealing with a knockout artist coming at you, and he said he want to knock you out between 6 and 8 rounds.
He's silly as I tell you that right now.
I'll tell you what.
But is there any level of fear to that at all?
No, what I just say? Silly.
Damn.
But listen, as far as betting, right? We were looking at odds, and in order for you to win $100, you got to bet 400 that Tank knocks you out. So I never see odds like that. Like you got to bet so much to win so little. So essentially, it's saying you are definitely getting knocked out. That's what the odd makers are saying. It's crazy.
So if you bet 40
Did y'all
on
see the
Lamont,
odds? Did y'all see the odds for the Hector fight?
No. Oh no, it was bigger though. It was bigger than that. It was bigger than that.
So obviously we cleaned up that night.
Right.
It's gonna be a repeat. I'm telling you right now.
People gonna make some money?
Oh my God.
You bet on yourself?
Yes, of course.
Is that illegal? I don't know.
No.
He's just joking if that's illegal.
I'm not gonna lie, you do have a level of confidence that make me feel like, let me put a couple dollars. It's too common. You gotta know something you don't know.
I'm like,
100%. I told him in the green room, like, I've seen some of Tank's opponents, even though they talk smack, be a little shaky. Not him.
He real calm. Yeah.
Do you try to? I mean, of course you're going to engage, but do you rely on your defense more and try to outbox Tank, or do you go in there and mix it up?
It's gonna be mixed up for sure. We're gonna apply pressure. We're gonna be smart. We're gonna be defensive. We're gonna do everything. We're gonna make him perform at his best. We're gonna make him perform at his best. We're gonna make him think. We're gonna make him feel pressure. We're gonna make him feel like, all right, now I gotta get out the way of the. When I tell you I really be trying to knock everybody out, it's not just like me going crazy. But if I can, I'm gonna try.
Yeah, you be trying to set it up.
I like to hear that too, because I ain't gonna lie, Tank my man, but I got tired of paying money for the fights and it's over too fast. Like one year I paid for the fight, and by the time I got in there, it was the one in Atlanta. By the time I got in there, it was over, so I was pissed. So you better make them work for it.
Hey,
okay,
it's gonna be real worth your money.
So this the biggest fight of your life,
for sure.
How do you think it define your career? Win or lose?
I always say that this is because I'm gonna win, but this is the start of my legacy run. You know how fighters who gonna be in the Hall of Fame have that distinctive start of their run.
Right.
This gonna be it. This gonna be it. This gonna be, especially because he talking about retiring and all that. I think it's gonna be hard for him to get back in the ring if he lose. Honestly, because he already talking about retirement. So if we do have 2 fights, that's damn sure gonna be my legacy run, because we have 2 fights where you got this knockout artist that's a pound for pound talent that people are saying is one of the and not saying who is one of the biggest spectacles in boxing right now. If I beat him twice, then go on to unify, no matter what, win or lose, I'm still fighting the best fights, and it's always gonna be a dance. Like especially if I got a good dance partner in there with me, it's always gonna be a good fight. So this fight is defining the start of my legacy run, and that's where I want to go off to my Hall of Fame. I want to go up to 40 and fight too.
So Hall of Fame, that's your goal. Like as a fighter, when it's all said and done, you want to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
and you need this fight to get you there.
I'm setting out to be one of the best to ever lace up some gloves.
This Saturday.
29 years old. Good luck this Saturday.
Yeah,
thank you.
I think if you do win, I think you should come up Monday and sit in Jess' chair.
I'm with that. I'm with that.
I give it up.
I'm with that for sure.
Nah, but we appreciate you.
What's the fight on? Is it on the zone?
No, it's on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime
pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view. All right. Well, Barack, we appreciate
go
you.
buy the pay-per-view. I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
Don't steal
buy
it.
The pay-per-view. Buy the pay-per-view.
She's stealing
I
it.
used to.
Buy the pay-per-view. I'm telling you.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, there
And
you go.
Brock, where they can watch y'all show at?
Definitely on All the Smoke Fight YouTube page, and we're gonna be doing a live broadcast for the Tank and Roach weigh-in at the Barclays Center this Friday. So tap in on All the Smoke Fight.
All right. Well, Lamont, Roach Jr., Aka Barack, we appreciate you, brothers.
Man, thank y'all for having me.
Good luck. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Yes, indeed.
Let's get to Jess with the Mess.
News is real. Whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies.
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mess.
On the Breakfast Club.
She's a culture shift.
She was able to get y'all to see something and understand something that nobody could get you to see.
It's time to set it off.
This is Lauren's legal corner, not just with the mess. Now let's get to this because we need these updates on Dirk. What's going on?
Yeah, so I mean, Dirk is still right now sitting for that murder for hire case that we talked about before, but there's something new that surfaced. So there's now a new wrongful death lawsuit that has been filed against Lil Durk. The family of Surveyor Robinson now is who filed the lawsuit. Surveyor Robinson is the cousin of Quando Rondo. Quando Rondo is the artist, the rapper, who was in the car and it was the car. Who was in the car and it was in Hollywood back in 2022, and someone shot up the car and his cousin was killed in the midst of the shooting or whatever, or them trying to get to him. And now the family member of that cousin is who is suing Dirk. So on top of the murder for hire stuff that he now has to deal with, he now has this civil case. And what they're saying is that because of whatever was trying to happen during this murder for hire, they lost their Surveyor Robinson. So they want some compensation for it. They want to be duly rewarded for it. So Dirk has a lot to handle right now. Yeah. That's the update. It's like they added some more onto it.
Okay. And then other rapper news.
But that's just civil, right? That's not criminal?
Yeah, a wrongful death lawsuit is a civil case. But on the criminal side, he's dealing with the murder for hire. That's why I'm like, it just piled on at this point.
Gotcha.
Now, Birdman was either asleep or high as Giraffe's ass on stage yesterday.
Child, okay. So
listen.
Yeah, so Birdman and the Hot Boys, y'all know that they're out on that. It's like the tour. They're doing a couple dates. Yes. Now there's a video right now going crazy viral all over the internet, all over the outlets of Birdman on the stage. They're in the middle of a song and he appears to like nod off. His eyes are just closed. I don't know what is happening. You can't really see his eyes.
Well, if you ever popped a perk before, you know what's happening. And that was a 30. If that allegedly that was a 30.
You can stand up like that and sleep and not fall?
Absolutely. You drive through Baltimore City or Philly or drive through I ain't never seen nobody do it in New York. But yes, they know not to fall.
How they know not to fall if they sleeping?
Listen.
Could y'all put some respect on Birdman age? The man is 56 years old. You know when you get to a certain age, you're gonna catch a nap any and everywhere.
You would know about putting respect on anything over there.
Yes, you gonna catch a nap any and everywhere. That man on stage every night, running around for the first time and who knows how long. Let me catch a little nap while Juvenile rapping, or Wayne rapping, or BDaht rapping.
And I ain't gonna say it again. I ain't gonna say it again.
Just,
he
like to come up here.
He gonna go up here and go to sleep.
I done slept at a club before, right? But I'm usually leaning on something. Like if I'm sitting in the section and I'm leaning on something. Yeah. But standing up is
he's mastered the art.
A little cat nap. How long was he out for?
It was real quick because BG came on Turk just performing. BG comes over and he's like tapping him and hey,
that's
and then Birdman get back with it.
Don't let the perk beat you. Come on, man.
Oh my God,
that was no perk. I think he just catching a little cat nap, man.
Yeah,
a little nap.
That's cute.
He's 56.
Say what you feel. 56 ain't old. What is you talking about?
All right, wait till you turn 46, young girl.
Exactly.
Talk about 56 ain't
I ain't gonna
old.
be falling asleep in the middle of no show.
It depends what time
We'll see.
If it's after 12, you might need to be like, hold on, y'all.
Because I like to consume my stuff after the show.
I done seen you catch a little nap in here every now and then.
Yeah, but
That is true. That is factual.
I ain't never nod off at work. Don't ever play with me like that. That was when I was pregnant and I was tired. Go ahead.
Well, everybody need a nap here and there, okay? I'm going to say this. We don't know what it was. We don't know if it was the case of the 50s, 60s need a little nap situation, or if it was something else. But people were concerned. People were very concerned.
You know what he doing.
So, I mean, if I can find someone to reach out to.
We got to reach out to Tony Braxton.
Tony Braxton?
Yeah, ain't they still together? Ain't they still together?
Man, you can reach out to Turk. Turk will tell you what happened. Turk was right there.
Turk missed it. He was in his moment. He was going. Oh, I mean, yes. Hopefully, someone will come out and clear it up because the fans were concerned. Now, really quick, there was something that from the last hour we were talking before we got to Dirk. We were talking about Attorney Busby.
Yep.
And I did want to mention too it's in relation to the civil suits that we were talking about. That amended civil suit where he had added Jay-Z on and accused Jay-Z of sexually assaulting the 13-year-old girl back in 2000, which was dismissed. Jay-Z then filed an extortion lawsuit and a defamation lawsuit, right? Now, defamation is very hard to prove. Not only is it hard to prove, but it's also really tough for you to get a judge to say, yo, this is even worth a court looking at.
Right.
Recently, within the last, this just happened where a judge says, hey, I don't know if the extortion will move forward, but we'll take a look at that. They're going to be back in court on March 26th. But I do believe that you do have a case for defamation, and they're basing it off of public statements that Attorney Busby said, because at one point in time when he was doing these like all of the press
conferences.
Yeah, he referred to the accuser as a sexual assault survivor, despite the allegations against Jay-Z not being proven and needing some substance to them. And then also there was a social media post implying that Jay-Z was the unnamed defendant before we found out, because remember, we didn't know at first who was the unnamed defendant.
Correct.
There was a post that implied that it was Jay-Z, and they have evidence that Tony Busby or his Instagram page liked it, apparently. And because of this information, the judge is saying, yo, we're going to move forward with this defamation case and take it to trial and actually examine it to see what's going on. So I did want to make sure I added that in there as well too.
Keep your ass off the internet. That's how it be.
I love it when people go at these people with real money that it don't care that the fact they got to spend millions to fight this. I love that, because most people will be like, I ain't got that much money to do it, or I don't have the time. But Hov got the time.
And eventually it'll stop
the finances.
And eventually it'll stop the grift. We've told y'all a million times. It's a grift. Somebody comes to these lawyers come to the artist, whoever it is, and they say, hey, if you don't settle with us, we're gonna have these press conferences. We're gonna put these stories out there, and we're gonna make these allegations. It's like, come on, man. At some point, somebody got to know it's a grift.
Cardi too. Cardi got the money and time. She's the same way. She gonna throw him. Yep, I love it.
We gonna live in court when it comes to my reputation and my name. Thank you, Lauren, with the legal corner.
You see me?
Oh, that's right. Corner. Now reach out to Turk and see what's going on so we can have an update.
That's not legal though.
Oh, it will be. It will be when you hear what I say. Go ahead.
All right, Charlamagne, who you giving that donkey to?
Man, 4 after the hour, sad situation in North Carolina. There's a young 16-year-old man named Sean Simpson who needs to come to the front of the congregation. We'd like to have a word with you.
Okay. All right, we'll get to that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out the Breakfast Club.
We want to know how you came up with the donkey of the day.
Tell her.
Because you're mean.
I am not. What did I do? Charlamagne, donkey of the day.
There's a bunch of donkeys out here in the street.
That is why Charlamagne is here.
If we live a life where we bite our tongue based off who we may offend, we never would say anything.
Give it to him. On the Breakfast Club.
In the words of Charlamagne the God, he's a donkey.
Oh man, Charlamagne, you giving donkey of the day to who now?
Well, Busta Rhymes, donkey of the day for Wednesday, February 26th goes to Sean Simpson. Sean Simpson is a 16-year-old North Carolina teenager who broke down in tears in court after being charged as an adult for murder. Let's go to Fox 46 for the report, please.
Sean Simpson came into Gaston County Court at points wiping away his tears as he stood before a judge. Just 16 years old, he's being charged with first-degree murder as an adult. That's as a result of a law change that went into effect in December, which allows teens his age to be charged as an adult in certain crimes. There was a realization that during this proceeding that the gravity was hitting him, a grand jury indictment that could come in the near future, and a moment that hit when a judge told him that he would not be seeing freedom anytime soon.
Court may impose a hold without bond. Court finds sufficient allegations to support the charges. Considering the relevant charges, he is ordered held without bond.
But it was something that Zaquavius Dawkins' family says they needed to be here for. Simpson accused of killing Dawkins Sunday night along Chester Street. Simpson also accused with attempted first-degree murder involving another victim. Dawkins' family says he was going to get medical supplies for his mother when he was killed.
I would say this is a teachable moment, but I've been alive 46 years and I haven't seen too many of you learn yet. Okay, all of these are reruns, sadly. I don't understand why we aren't breaking this cycle. I don't understand why we aren't learning. I mean, truthfully, this was me at 16 or 17. Of course, I never killed anyone, but I've been in dumbass situations like this. When I was 16 or 17, I went to jail for assault and battery with intent to kill. Okay, the charge got changed to pointing and presenting a firearm, but I was literally just in the backseat of a car, and one of my homies shot at another car. Just dumb and young and reckless. Wasn't about nothing. Just teenage kids who don't really know any better. I wrote about it in my first book, Black Privilege Opportunity Comes to Those Who Create It. And the reason I'm telling this story is because when my homie shot, there was 3 people in the car. The bullet hit the headrest of the seat nobody was sitting in. The empty seat behind the passenger seat. But what if that seat wasn't empty? Then I'd go to jail for accessory to murder unless I snitched, which I probably would have. My point is, trouble is easy to get into and hard to get out of, and none of us have the time stone from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, okay? The time stone allows the user to control time. You can rewind, fast forward, travel through time. When you see this young man, Sean Simpson, break down like that in court, don't you think he wish he had a time stone so he could rewind the time and not do what he did? Of course he would. Of course. Okay, Sean and the young man he killed, Zaquavius Dawkins, had a fight, according to People magazine, the previous year at Ashbrook High School. I don't know who won the fight, but it clearly wasn't Sean. And guess what? Kids, you got to learn to take an ass whipping, okay? Because these are just all hypotheticals I'm about to spew. But if you fight, get your ass whipped, even if it goes viral, so what? Okay, when anger rises, think of the consequences. Would you rather go viral because you got your ass beat in school, or would you rather go viral because you in the courtroom getting charged with murder, and then when you get charged with murder, you looking like Simba screaming out after Mufasa got trampled by the wildebeest? Okay, this is exactly what Simba felt in that moment, a mix of shock, grief, and disbelief. But the grief you feel spending the rest of your life in jail because you're getting charged as an adult isn't the same as the grief Zaquavius' mother feels. So I don't feel bad for you. Okay, I'm sad about the situation because 2 young black men aren't going to have a future, and society, keeps failing these young men. I read that Sean is being held in the Gaston Adolescent Center where he has been undergoing treatment. Okay, the center treats children and adolescents that have significant emotional and behavioral difficulties. Now, I'm not the highest grade of weed in the dispensary, but why wasn't he getting this treatment before he committed a murder? I guess I still got to say allegedly, but allegedly. Okay, there had to be signs. There had to be some type of disciplinary issues at home and in school, but those signs were clearly ignored. But of course, we don't get people help until it's way too late, and that's what I'm sad about. Okay, these things could be prevented, but I don't feel bad for Sean. Okay, because Zaquavius was walking to a store to buy items for his disabled mother, and that's when Sean shot him. That's when Sean shot him, okay? Listen to me read what it says, okay? This is what it says happened in People magazine. I'm going to read this, and you tell me what movie this sounds like. Zaquavius and his friend walk into Family Dollar to get items for Zaquavius' mother. A black Tesla drives past, and the boy in the backseat, identified as Sean Simpson, shouts something out the window. Zaquavius and his friend began to run. When the car returns again, Sean Simpson allegedly starts shooting from the back, and that's how poor Zaquavius got shot and killed. What movie does that sound like? Boys in the Damn Hood.
I was ready to say Boys in the Hood, yeah. Ricky. Okay.
But this ain't no movie, dog. Okay, Zaquavius is dead for real because Sean Simpson made a choice that he is clearly now regretting and that he clearly can't change. And destiny is not a matter of chance. It's always a matter of choice. And I'm sad that Sean Simpson didn't make a better choice, but I'm not moved by Sean Simpson's tears. I'm not moved by his outburst in court. You know why? Because I know Zaquavius Dawkins' mother is crying way harder than Sean ever will. Okay? There is a quote, and the quote is, everyone makes mistakes in life, but that doesn't mean they have to pay for them for the rest of their life. Kids, I want to tell y'all, that quote is a lie. Okay? Yes, everyone makes mistakes in life. And depending what that mistake is, you will probably pay for it for the rest of your life. Literally. And first-degree murder in North Carolina is absolutely a life sentence. Please give Sean Simpson the biggest hee-haw. 16 years old, man.
16.
That's
16
crazy.
years old.
That's crazy. But for me, it was him breaking down. Like
realizing what it is?
Yeah, like, you know.
Too late?
Nah, it is.
It's
You
too
know,
late.
you out here trying to be a YN, you about to go to jail and be a YB. Nope, I'm sorry. I do not be feeling sorry for, like, yo, come on. Like, that little boy not here no more.
Right.
And it's just all because you couldn't just fight him. You couldn't just keep fighting him. Ain't that how it used to be back in the day? Before you go get a gun, you keep fighting until you win or whatever.
Well, I mean, people used to come back blasted too. We used to say the same thing back in the day. I think now it's heightened because if it's recorded and it goes viral, not a world sees it, as opposed to just your hood.
Yeah, but it happens often, like almost every day.
It happens
now,
a lot more.
Now
It seems like
today.
guns are more accessible.
Yeah, like what was
At a higher rate,
You
right?
know?
Because growing up, you probably only, I'm from New York.
Mhm.
Country is a lot different, but you might have only known one person with a gun.
Yeah,
Or maybe two people with
I'm
a
not
gun.
about to
Or
say
you was
that,
even
tell that
scared
lie.
to, yo, honestly,
Because
like, you used to be scared to
New
touch
York,
guns.
What world have y'all lived in?
We didn't have guns, and then if in New York, you'd automatically get, I think it's 2 years or 3 years in prison if you were found with a gun. So
I'm 46 years old. Gun violence has been going on since the beginning of time.
But I didn't know. Now it seems like every kid has a gun. Like,
Yeah.
and not just small guns. I mean, ARs. I mean, shotguns. I mean,
Why you always
Uzis. I
act
mean,
like somebody,
extended
everybody
clips.
had to
Like
grow
it's
up just like you or something. Like we
The country's
all
a little
live in
different.
areas.
We're
Y'all
acting like this is a new conversation.
No, we're not acting like this is a new
This
conversation.
is not a new conversation.
We just don't all have the same.
No. Gun violence has been
perspective.
going on since the beginning of time. And even
It has.
and by the way, I just
But
mentioned
it's
one
worse
movie,
now.
Boys in the Hood.
Right.
This is the same scenario from Menace to Society
Menace to
too.
Society.
Dude get beat up and he come back blasting. This is life, sadly.
Yeah,
And that's why I said the
understand.
cycle doesn't ever break. This has been going on for a long, long time. I'm not gonna sit here and tell that lie like, you know, the gun violence has not been prevalent for a long time.
It has, but it seemed like it's gotten worse in the last couple of years.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It's just when somebody else got a different opinion. Respect it and shut up.
Or maybe we just care more because we're
Like-
adults now. Because think about it, when
Maybe
you
that's
was,
true.
when we was young, we used to glorify it. When we was young, you kind of used to celebrate it a lot.
Right.
That's just a fact of
Well,
the
let's
matter.
let's open up the phone lines about this kid. 800-585-1051. Do you feel bad for this kid? He's 16 years old. He allegedly shot 2 teens. He's not going to be charged as a child. He's going to be charged as an adult. He broke down in court yesterday crying, so you can tell where his mind frame is. 800-585-1051. Let's discuss.
Yeah, let's discuss.
You feel sympathy? Do you feel sad for this young man? Something
I feel
failed
sad
him.
for the situation of the cycle that never seems to end.
I'm sad for the little boy mother who not here.
Definitely.
no more.
That's part of the cycle.
that's-
Let's-
yeah, but that's who I'm sad for.
Let's talk about it. We'll take phone calls. We'll talk about it in depth when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. If you're just joining us, Charlamagne gave Donkey of the Day to who?
Man, it's a young man in North Carolina named Sean Simpson. He's 16 years old.
Okay.
And he broke down in tears in court after being charged as an adult for murder. Can we hear this young man?
Court may impose a hold without bond. Court finds sufficient allegations to support the charges. Considering the relevant facts and the charges, he is ordered held without bond.
Very sad. 16-year-old kid, he found out that he's going to be tried as an adult and not as a child, broke down in tears. I think it hit him right there. I think he realized, like, I might not never come out ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because he's not really about that life. That's what happened.
So we're asking
talk to us through it.
800-585-1051. Do you feel bad for him?
It's hard to say you feel bad for the boy, but I'm sad about the overall situation because it's a never-ending cycle of just gun violence in our community. And, you know, this kid is 16 years old. You would think at 16 he would have enough. You've seen it happen enough times to know what the end result is. You would think so. But it feels like people just keep making the same mistakes over and over. And I hate the fact that they're saying he's in a detention center now receiving treatment for emotional and behavioral issues. Nobody saw that. Since he's been alive 16 years, he just goes from zero to murder. Nobody saw that.
It don't matter. And you know, it's effed up. I don't feel bad for the young man. I'm sad that it happened, but I don't feel bad for him. Once you put that gun in your hand and you use that gun, consequences happen. And you fired that gun, and now he has to deal with the consequences. The sad thing is that young man was failed somehow, some way. Maybe it was parenting, maybe it was mental issues, like you said. It was something that failed that young man, and we need to have these conversations. And a lot of times we don't have these conversations till it's too late. We need to have his ego was bruised, and we need to
issues.
No, not mental issues, but his ego was bruised. He lost the fight, and he couldn't take the loss, and he came back and wanted to make himself feel better, feel good.
He had the gun or whatever, and you need to go. You know what I mean? Like all of that, the social pressure gets to these kids, and they living their lives looking at these YNs online, and then you want to do that, then you break down in jail, you asking for your mother. Right. I mean, you break down in court. Right. You about to go to jail, you asking for your mother. No, the other kid can't even have his mother. His mother ain't got no kid son, no more. Like, no, I don't feel sorry for his ass.
No, I don't feel sorry for him, but, you know, we always talk about solutions, and sometimes we need to have these conversations a lot earlier. Like, it's okay to lose a fight.
Though. That's the point. Like, you are having the conversations. All the resources are available. None of this is new. I'm 46 years old. Like, we've been having these conversations at the beginning of time, and it seems like nobody is learning. That's why I say you should feel bad for the situation, because it's a never-ending cycle. And whatever this system is that exists, as long as there are products of that system, like this kid Sean, any of us could be a victim.
No, you're right, but I also feel like hopefully these young kids out there that are thinking about it sees this kid and say, you know what, I don't want to be that.
I would hope
but
so.
It doesn't seem like they do. It seems like that's not going to be me. That's the thing I always say all the
think
time.
about it. That ain't even the first young man we've seen break down in court once the reality of them consequences hit him. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've seen them young men pass out in court, you know, cry, break down in tears, start screaming for their mama when they get sentenced to 100 years. That's why, you know, I respect guys like Wallow or anybody that's gone to do like them long prison sentences and come home and tell people the reality of what's going on in those jails, the reality of the choices that they're making out here. But guess what? Even with all those examples, these kids are still making them. Right. So
because he also spoke on the fact that he can't expect for you to. He can preach to them all day, like Wallow said, sitting on Shannon Sharp show. Yep. I can speak to you all day, I can tell you, but if I can't provide the resources for you or like help you make a change right now, because this is all you know, or this is what the environment that you're in, then I can't really be mad at you when you do things like this. I do understand that,
and that's why I'm speaking to the system.
Yeah, I understand that, but at some point, it's still somebody, like, no, it's still a situation where it's like, yo, I shouldn't be doing this. Like, man, these kids know what's up. I bet you if he didn't get caught, he would be going around bragging about it, or it wouldn't even be.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's when they get caught.
But that mother, like you said, that mother lost a child.
Yes.
Like, and if anybody out there has ever lost a child or something and put yourself in that predicament, no, you want that, whoever did it, you want them to be in jail forever.
I don't think we're not saying the wrong. We're saying that we don't feel bad for the young man, but we feel sad for the system. Because think about what Jess just said. Jess just said them kids know better, right?
I think they do.
So if you know better, why are you not choosing better? That's what should scare people.
I don't think they think about the consequences when they're doing it.
That's what should scare. Right. That is what should scare people.
You're right.
Wow, don't you think about consequences? You just killed somebody.
Malika.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Talk to us.
So, ask the question again.
Do you feel sorry for the young man?
Do you feel sorry for the young man?
Yes or no. Only reason I'm yes or no is because I'm a mom of 3 boys, and I know when kids that are black and brown like us, they come out as products of their environment. And so me watching him break down, I feel like I need more details. Like, there is young men out here that really are like evil and they go out to kill, but if you grow up in this environment, you know, like, some kids have to do certain things they feel like to survive. So I just feel like bad for both kids. The kid that lost his life, the family, but then the kid who's also losing his life to the system that we were raised in.
That's right. And when you're a young, impressionable 16-year-old, every single song, every movie tells you to retaliate. Every movie tells you, get it back in blood. You got, you got to go back and get your op if your op do something dirty to you.
But that's why as parents, too, you got to make sure you have control of your kids and make sure they're not being raised by these songs and these movies and these artists that are doing entertainment.
And just their environment, period. I don't want to just put it all on the art.
You're right,
just their environment,
but the art and their environment as well, because it could be their friends. It could be the things that they
parents,
see.
though, because I'm telling you, like, parents, you lose control. Like, you can't, like, your parents can't be with you 24/7. They still gonna do it.
Right. Hello, who's this?
What's up, boss? Yo, this is Left Lane Dre. What's going on, y'all?
What's up, bro? Talk to us. What's your thoughts, bro? You feel bad for this young man?
I do feel bad for this young man. Absolutely. I want to say I work with an organization in Harlem by the name of Fathers Forward, a 501c3, and we're directly connected to parent and community engagement. This is exactly why these type of things happen, because our men don't have anybody to talk to. They don't have anybody to trust with their sensitivities, and that's a huge part of what Fathers Forward is about. So I absolutely feel for the young man that committed the crime, and I absolutely feel for the family that lost their life. Absolutely. But I just wanted to resonate on your point, Envy. Gun violence is worse, because me and Envy, we're from the same era. I'm from the Bronx, he's from Queens, we're around the same age. Mm-hmm. Gun violence absolutely is worse. Even statistically showing, putting the guns in the hands of these young people, it's absolutely abhorrent. So thank you guys. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, Robert. 800-585-1051. Now, Charlamagne gave Donkey today to a 16-year-old boy.
Sean Simpson, who got charged with murder as an adult. He killed, I want to say the brother's name, too. The brother's name is Zaquavius Dawkins. Rest in peace to the young brother, Zaquavius Dawkins. They had a fight in school, and then the previous year, and then the dude, Sean, came back and shot Zaquavius later.
And it's okay to take an L. I just want to tell kids that.
Absolutely.
And people it's okay to take. We've seen Charlamagne take an L on video. You know what I mean? I've taken L's before. I'm sure, Jess, she's from Baltimore. I'm sure you took an L. Mm-hmm. It's okay. It's all right. Like, that makes you stronger. That makes you better. It's okay.
That's why I said during Donkey, when that anger rises,
day.
Think of the consequences. Everybody got ego, and social media makes it bad. And it ain't even just the kids. You got grown adults that fall victim to what people are saying on social media. Mm-hmm. Like, they go in there, they read the comments. So imagine getting into a fight, and then it goes online, and not just your whole school, though. That is what you think is the whole world.
You're right.
Is coming after you. But that still don't give you a reason to go take a life and throw your life away.
You win some, you lose some. But you live to fight another day.
You feel bad for this 16-year-old boy? Let's discuss. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Tell ya, made it.
If y'all talking about it, you know we talking about it. It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. If you're just joining us, we're talking about Charlamagne's Donkey today. Now, you gave Donkey today to who?
A 16-year-old named Sean Simpson in North Carolina who's being charged with murder, man. Him and a young brother named Zaquavius Dawkins got into a fight in high school the previous year, and then this dude, Sean, just came back and killed him in January.
We're asking 800-585-1051. Do you feel sad for that young brother? Hello, who's this?
This is Raquel Warren.
Hey, Raquel. Good morning. What's your thoughts, Raquel?
Good morning. My thoughts right now, I'm actually headed to pick out a casket for my 16-year-old son.
Oh, man.
His name is,
I'm sorry to hear
His name is Tyree Campbell.
I'm sorry to hear that, Mom.
Sunday, he was shot and killed by someone he thought was a friend. And because the boy who shot him is the son of a police, everything is being swept under the rug, and people are afraid to come forth and say exactly what they saw. Because we, just a little bit, just to back up, I'm a single mother of 4. I have a 17-year-old, Tyree was 16. I have a 13-year-old and a 10-year-old daughter. So the boy who shot him, he thought was a friend. He's actually 19. When I arrived to the scene, the boy's father was on the scene already. And I automatically felt like he shouldn't have been allowed to be on the scene because his son had shot and killed. Not only that, he shot one of his other friends, but he survived. But they were trying to say it was an accident. But when is it an accident? When you pull out your gun and aim and shoot. Right. So he's been charged with involuntary manslaughter and 2 orders of disorderly conduct. That should be for the boy who's still living. My son should have a murder charge. It should be a murder charge for him shooting and killing my son.
And where you calling
But like
from?
I said, it's a small town.
Where you calling from?
Hesper, Georgia. But my kids are originally from Walterboro, South Carolina. But I left there when they was a toddler.
Man, I'm so sorry that
So
you're going
sorry,
through what
man.
you're going through, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's the absolute worst. I have no business going to pick out a casket for my 16-year-old son.
You're absolutely right. I'm so
I have
sorry.
absolutely no business going to there.
Well, I mean,
So I'm trying to share.
what can we do to help you? I mean, do you want to? I don't know. I don't know what you can. Can you say the person's name, or do you want to say?
Well,
do you know who
I'm
killed
not
your
sure
son?
if I can because I'm not sure if I can because he's 19.
Gotcha.
But I do have a Facebook. I've been trying to, make it aware of it because, like I said, it's a small town that we live in. So I feel because he's the son of a police officer that it's gonna get swept under the rug. It's not gonna get attention like that because people are scared to come forth.
Well, what we'll do is we'll put you on hold, and producer will get all your information, and you can just keep us abreast to everything that's going on, and if we can help you in any way, we would love to.
All right, thank you so much.
Hold on, okay?
Okay.
All right, well. All right, we have a moral to the story?
I mean, the moral of the story to me, man, is just like, even though gun violence has always been prevalent in our communities, if it's getting worse, that's because the system isn't broken. It's designed to work that way. There's a reason they don't put resources in certain communities. They don't want our kids to have education. These kids aren't getting, behavioral and mental health treatment early. They don't want our kids to have opportunities to be the best versions of themselves. And that's why this cycle doesn't end, because it's a never-ending cycle. And, whatever the system is that exists, as long as there's products of that system, roaming these streets, we always going to have to watch our back. Like, it shouldn't be easier to get a gun than it is a good education. It shouldn't be easier to get a gun than it is to get good, behavioral or mental health resources.
Right. It shouldn't be easier to get a gun than it is to get a job.
That's a fact.
All right. Well, I would like to, close out with salute to the late, great John Witherspoon comedian. He said this at the end of Friday, and it always just stuck with me.
You win some, you lose some. But you live to fight another day.
All right. Well, we got Jess with the Mess coming up.
Yeah, something going on. Hold on.
We'll get to it next, man. A lot on our mind. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Jess Hilarious. Oh, there go DJ Envy. He just walked in, but it's time for Jess with the Mess.
News is real. Whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies.
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mess.
On The Breakfast Club.
She's a coach of shit.
She was able to get y'all to see something and understand something that nobody could get you to see.
It's time to set it off.
All right, so I'm just going to ask you before we start off. Is this the messy hour, Lauren?
It is a little. It's a little messy. Gets a little crazy. Gets a little dry.
Damn. Okay. Well, Cameron came at Ocho Cinco.
Yes. So Cameron let it be known that he does not like Ocho Cinco whatsoever. On his show, It Is What It Is. Now, let's take a listen. No. First, let's take a listen to Ocho Cinco, because Cameron was responding to something that Ocho said back February 6th. He sat down with Stephen A. Smith and talked about getting a, can I say the word with the P?
No, you cannot say that word.
Getting
Pussycat, you can say.
Penis implant?
Yeah.
Oh, you can say penis implant.
Yeah. He got a penis enhancement.
Oh, you say P. I don't know what P you're talking about sometimes.
No, y'all P.
Yes, you can
so
say
he got a penis enhancement. Ocho Cinco did. So let's take a listen to that.
Small story. I was in high school at the time.
Oh, Lord.
And I was losing my virginity. We had engaged in horizontal activity.
Go ahead. Keep going.
And she got to the point where we were in action, and she said in my ear, "Go deeper." And what hurt me is I was already all the way in. So I had ran out of pee-pee.
Jesus.
And that is what caused me to get into amateur porn, so I could perfect my craft in the pelvic area, so I would never have to hear that again. I'm here to share my stories and my shortcomings. Back then, I've had surgery since then, so I'm good.
Amateur porn don't make your penis bigger.
But he's saying, I think
practice.
He needed the ego boost, and then he needed the length boost. That from what the people are saying, what the reports are, is he went from, I don't know if this is real. You know, he be trolling 3 to 11 inches. It was like the numbers that was thrown out there. But so Cameron, Mace, and Stat Baby, they were on It Is. Treasure Wilson, they were on It Is What It Is. And Treasure Wilson she's trying to have a conversation just about if male enhancement surgery is cool. Like, can men do that? And they threw it to Cam, and let's take a listen to his response.
ass need to keep their ass inside, man. Is you telling another grown man about you getting your two-piece a little bigger, man? I don't really with Chad or Chocinco, to be totally honest with you. When we started this show, the was hating from the very beginning. He comes out of nowhere talking about, yeah, I'm gonna get myself back together and I'm taking Cam's spot. Why the you gotta take my spot? Because you talking about you been a football player your whole life. Now because I'm doing sports, you come and take my spot. And at that particular time, we had only been doing the show about 2.5 months, 3 months. But that's how much of an impact that I had that felt threatened. You know what I'm saying? Then after that, I tried to give him a job. He like, yo, talk to my agent. I said, I'm talking to you now. What I don't do business like that. I talk to my agent. See, you so dumb you can't even speak for yourself, stupid motherfucker.
Damn. First, I would say Cam is the funniest thing in Nebraska. Like Cam is hilarious. I love Cam.
You know why I don't have a problem with that?
Cam wrong.
Because a lot of times people opinions be rooted in how they personally feel about somebody. Correct. So if Cam would have just been talking about the penis story, everybody would be like, damn, why Cam care so much about that? Yeah, but when you give the backstory, Cam let you know, I don't really rock with that dude. Forget the penis story. I don't like this dude. So let me get this off.
I'm not mad at him for it.
Now, was Ocho Cinco playing though? Because he always playing. Now
I don't know, but because even when he said it,
because this ain't like the Elliott Wilson thing. This is like, or is it like that, or is it? Because I can't take Ocho serious enough to think that he was seriously.
When Stephen A. When he said it, Stephen A. said, "Yo." When he said it, Stephen A. said, like, you know, the cameras are rolling, right? But then also too, I don't really know what the issue is, because from what Cam is saying, it wasn't always like this. Like he was trying to figure out a way that they could get money together and all that. Yeah, so.
But I'm not mad at Ocho telling his truth though. If that's his truth and that's how he felt, and
I'm also not mad at
I'm not mad at that. But also, when we started the Breakfast Club, there was a lot of people that took shots at us as well. And I always remember that. And I'm sure you do as well, Charlamagne.
No, I don't.
I do. I'll tell you a list of them.
I don't even care.
But
we up.
We up.
Been up for a long time. I care.
But I always remember them shots, and Cam always remember them shots. So yeah.
Well, I don't know. It's just kind of
Jess, you pettier than me, so stop it.
I am damn sure petty.
I feel like
I'm
you gotta listen.
About,
you hit them in Jess With The Mess every so often.
Yeah, who?
The people that threw shots at you.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's going to keep happening like that.
See?
I forgot what else I was ready to say.
But to that point, that's why I like what Cam did. Yes. Because imagine Cam would have just been in there, you a clown because you ain't got a bigger penis in this. It ain't even about that.
Nope.
I don't like this dude for this reason.
Yes. This is what it was. This is what I was ready to say. Then we can move on to Halle Berry because I want to hear about this dryness. Look, my thing is, he don't handle business like that. Like, that's just what it is.
That's what he said.
Nah, he ain't dumb. He probably just don't want to be dumb and do business directly, and then you got a whole agent for that.
That's what he said.
So, I mean, that's just what that is.
I think that's one of them things. It's like, take it or leave it. Like, if you felt that way, cool. We at where we at now.
See, Cam might just do business different, you know. And he also a hood dude, so it is what it is.
Dang.
But Halle Berry, dry. No, we got one more minute.
That's right. We doing that one.
So, Halle Berry has self-diagnosed herself with dry vagina syndrome.
Oh my God! I reported. Remember, she said
she
thought she had her doctor told her that she had herpes.
Herpes
and then she was wrongfully. Oh my God!
Yes.
Go ahead.
So it goes into that conversation. She brought that back up again, but she's talking about going into menopause, and as of March, she may be going into menopause. How things start to change. Let's take a listen.
When I was 54 years old, I had just met man. I manifested this man, and we were having the best time. And then one morning, I tried to go to the bathroom, and I couldn't go. It was so painful. It took me almost 10 minutes to just empty my bladder because it was so painful. So I go right to the doctor. He said, it's a really bad case of herpes. And now then, he drove me there because this was so swollen, I couldn't even put my legs together to drive. So we spend the next 72 hours kind of doing the blame game, trying to figure out who gave it to me, who gave it to him. And then a couple hours after that, my doctor called me and said that you do not have herpes. Oh my God.
That's not funny.
Okay, then what is it? He said, I don't know. And that sent me on my own researching, and that's when I came up with dry vagina syndrome that women have when they're in perimenopause.
I gotta go jump the
came
doctor,
up with
man.
that.
We needed to hear from more women at some point this week, because is that really a thing after 50?
You see, y'all young, so y'all don't know nothing
I ain't
about
gonna
that.
that's the first time I've heard that.
Yes.
That it was so swollen she couldn't close her legs. I never heard of nobody not being able to pee for 10 minutes. You know what I mean?
I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the vaginal dryness that comes with menopause.
Well, yeah. But all those symptoms that she was describing, I had never heard of that. So I would have thought, Van or whoever, my man gave me something too, honestly. And then a doctor said, nah, false alarm. So y'all over there admitting y'all both cheated and for no reason.
Can't you sue the doctor though? That's a misdiagnosis. You got me and my man about to kill each other.
I absolutely think you should be.
Can you imagine you got gonorrhea? You thinking who gave it to you? And you like, I don't got gonorrhea. You got gonorrhea. You got gonorrhea. I got gonorrhea. We got gonorrhea.
That is
we don't have gonorrhea.
To go from being able to super soak to being just dried up stale crackers is crazy.
That's what you got to look up for.
No.
Yes.
That's a what?
Y'all ain't catch Lauren fishing just now. She threw some bait out there just now. I saw what you did there, man.
What she did?
Don't worry about it. I saw what you did there.
I don't know what I did.
I saw what you did there, man.
Well, that is Jess With The Mess.
I saw what you did there.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
I didn't do anything.
I saw what you did there.
Oh,
All right.
okay. Oh, you mean I tooted my own horn?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, period. Wet my own whistle.
And it was crickets. All right. The mix is up next.
Start.
All right. The mix is up next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake up. You're locked into the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. It's Black History Month. What we repping today?
Listen, you know, every day during Black History Month, my guy BDaht puts out an episode of I Didn't Know, Maybe You Didn't Either on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network. And today, he highlights the incredible story of Major Charity Adams in the 688. Let's discuss.
I didn't know, maybe you didn't need. I didn't know. I didn't know, maybe you didn't need. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know.
Let's talk about Major Charity Adams. Born in 1918 in Cottrell, North Carolina. That's right, she's a Carolinian, and she was raised in Columbia, South Carolina. Her dad was a minister, her mom was a teacher, and together, they basically raised a human LinkedIn profile. I mean, she was valedictorian, math degree from Wilberforce University, teaching career, and then, because clearly she didn't have enough on her plate, she joined the Women's Army Auxiliary Corps during World War II. And then she just casually became the first black woman commissioned as an officer. Now, fast forward to 1944. The Army gives her a mission: lead the 6888, the only all-black, all-female battalion deployed overseas. Their job? Sort 17 million pieces of backlogged mail for soldiers stationed all across Europe. Now, these women were dealing with warehouses full of letters stacked floor to ceiling. I'm talking about rotten packages, a smell you could probably never forget. Probably smell worse than circus dirt. And did I mention racism and sexism? Because, of course, it was the 1940s. They weren't just fighting the mail. They were fighting people who didn't think they deserved to be there in the first place. But Charity Adams wasn't having it. She was like, look, we're going to sort this mail, and we're going to do it better than anyone expects. They set up 3 shifts working around the clock, sorting 65,000 pieces of mail a day. Meanwhile, I'm over here struggling to archive 1,000 posts on my Instagram. And here's the kicker. They were given 6 months to sort through 17 million pieces of mail. They did it in 3. 3 months. They basically invented efficiency. Their motto was no mail, low morale. Because they knew the stakes. These letters were more than just paper. They were lifelines. Soldiers got letters from their moms, girlfriends, maybe a side chick or two. Hell, I ain't judging. War is stressful. But in all seriousness, what they did was absolutely incredible. And here's why it matters today. Major Adams and the 6888 proved that black women could take on impossible tasks and knock them out the park, even when the world doubted them. That story is about resilience, excellence, and not letting anybody tell you what you're capable of. So the next time you're drowning in emails or a coworker sends you one of those, per my last email, passive-aggressive messages, just channel your inner 6888. Think, hell, if they could sort 17 million letters, I can damn sure handle Karen from accounting. And as a matter of fact, Tyler Perry did a movie about the 6888. Kerry Washington was the lead. You can find it on Netflix. Shouts to the 6888, a group that I didn't know. Maybe you didn't either.
Happy Black History Month.
Yes, indeed. And make sure you subscribe to the I Didn't Know, Maybe You Didn't Either podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network, available everywhere you listen to podcasts.
All right, when we come back, we got the positive note. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club.
Yes, and listen, man, noon, today. Tickets to the 3rd annual Black Effect Podcast Festival go on sale. We are back in Atlanta, Georgia this year, Saturday, April 26th at Pullman Yards in Atlanta, hosted by Mandy B and Wheezy. Decisions. And the lineup this year, we got more podcasts to be announced, but so far we've announced the Trap Nerds podcast for all the gamers out there. The Good Moms Bad Choices podcast will be there. Carrie Champion will be there with her Naked Sports podcast. Tank and Jay Valentine will be there with their R&B Money podcast. And we have the Woman Evolved podcast with the great Sarah Jakes Roberts. That's right, Saturday, April 26th, Pullman Yards. Tickets go on sale today at noon. More podcasts to be announced. And the podcast that we named, they're going to have guests and all of that good stuff. We'll be naming those later as well. But you can go get your tickets today at noon at blackeffect.com/podcast festival. They go on sale at noon today.
And make sure if you are in the Bay Area, make sure you get your tickets from JessHilariousOfficial.com. I will be there Friday and Saturday, March 7th and March 8th. Me and my brother Desi will be there. We got 4 shows. There's 2 shows on that Friday and then 2 shows on that Sunday. I ain't been in Oakland in a minute. And y'all sell out every freaking time. And I might do meet and greet. Y'all bring me some nice little, some spliffs. Pull up like y'all do every year. Jeez. Show out for me. Yeah, they be pulling up with everything. I be going home with like a whole dispensary. Jeez. Crazy. So, see y'all today.
All right. And I'll be out there as well, Ontario, California, the R&B Block Party. Salute to Jermaine Dupri. Brian Michael Cox will be out there for the R&B Day Party.
Don't say his last name so crazy. Hard,
I mean, that was wild. I was thinking the same thing.
Like, that's his name.
Wow,
but you put a lot of emphasis on the Cox. Like, it's like, damn.
You said it like you was coughing one out.
Just say Brian Michael. Just Brian Michael C.
All right, Brian Michael C. All right.
There you go.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Positive note, man.
Brian and Michael's Cox. That's what it sounded like you was doing. Listen, the positive note is simply this. We was having this conversation this morning, man, just about choices. Always remember, we are free to choose our paths, but we can't choose the consequences that come with them. Have a great day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?